I'll be starting off today's DIY with a Dollar Tree chopping mat. And I'll be folding two sides of the chopping mat. I'll be making a large wall covering, and this is what I'm going to use to make a little bit of lighting for it. Because I'm folding just a little part of the chopping mat, it's kind of hard, so I'm going to be using a pair of scissors to flatten it out to make it a lot easier for me. It comes 2 in a pack, but because I needed 3 for this project, I used 2 packs, but then ended up using just 3 chopping mats. In this design, I'm also going to be adding Dollar Tree doilies. I'll be using the largest size. The 3 that I'm going to use will be taken out and spray painted silver. Around the edges, we're folding just a little bit, but that's not going to be a problem because they will be glued to the chopping mat. Some of the edges are going to be folded with the folded sides of the chopping mat, and I'm going to do this on all 3 chopping mats. What I've just made is going to be displayed on 3 white boards that are going to be covered with wallpaper. And the link for this is going to be down in the description box below. This is not a peel and stick wallpaper. And because I'm using Dollar Tree foam boards, I'm going to have to use hot glue to attach this to the foam boards. If I use the regular glue for the wallpaper on the foam boards, it will not be smooth. So what I'm going to do is just use normal hot glue to attach the wallpaper to the foam boards. In my design, there's going to be a mirror in the middle, so all I'm doing now is measuring what I need for the middle, and then I'm going to carve it out before I then glue on the wallpaper to the foam board. Because I'm using the same measurement, I'm just going to take another foam board and put it behind this one, carve out the shape, and I'm going to do the same thing again for the 3rd foam board. To make sure that my wallpaper stays in place, I'm going to be gluing on the wallpaper around the outer and inner edges. Now that I have my 3 boards, I'm going to be cutting out the mirrors that I'll be using for this project. And this is an IKEA mirror that I'm going to be cutting to size using a mirror cutter. This particular IKEA mirror has a thin film at the back, so after I did the cutting, I had to turn it to the back to separate the mirrors. Now I'm going to go ahead to attach the chopping mat that's with the doilies to the mirrors. Because the folded side of the chopping mat is not wide enough, I'm going to use hot glue and duct tape to keep it firmly attached to the mirror. When I had all three done, I then attached them to the boards. The mirrors are going to be attached to the boards with hot glue and duct tape as well. I'll be using mounting tape that I got from the Dollar Tree to mount it on the wall. I noticed that some of the edges were rough, so I'm going to be covering all of the edges with bling wrap. And I cut strips from the bling wrap with a pair of scissors. I got remote control push lights that's going to be used for this project. I'll be using 2 for 1 board because I want the light to come out from the top and from the bottom too as well. Both lights are going to be attached on a lid for spray paint. I'll cover the open side of the spray paint lid before then attaching the push lights. I got my push lights from Walmart and it comes with its own self-adhesive tabs, but I will leave a link for something similar to this down in the description box below. Now these lights are going to be held in the middle with mounting tape from the Dollar Tree. Your hands can pass through either sides to change the batteries. After mounting this to the wall and turned on the lights, it looked so pretty. I left the doilies plain so you guys can see what it looks like without anything in the middle. Now I decided much later to add something to the middle, and because I already have this mounted up on the wall, I'll be making the design separately before attaching it to the wall. I took one of the doilies and then a parchment paper and started tracing out the shape of the doily on it. Now this is going to help me with the design that I want to make and know exactly where I'm supposed to stop. I'll turn this to the back and trace out the freehand sketch design with a hot glue gun. When this dries, it easily comes off. Now I did 3 and I'm going to take it out and spray paint them all silver and then add gems to them before gluing them to the design. This is how the freehand sketch with hot glue gun turned out, and you can also have flowers inside the chopping mat. You can change the flowers from time to time, or you can just leave it as an extra wall lighting, the way it is without anything inside, and it will still look pretty. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have other home decor DIY videos that are linked in the description box below to check them out. And for those of you who have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button.